Well, we're back in Taiji, and of course, I know where I was going wrong. It's awfully obvious from a third perspective. I just noticed that I kind of fell into a couple of pitfalls last time. Like, I made the assumption that, oh, because this one was white, that means this one has to be white too. And then I based on that assumption the fact that, oh, this one will end up having to be white too, because it can't be black, since these would then have to be black as well, and so on. And that's wrong. But then, when I then realized this could then be black, and these could be white, at that point I was still thinking, well, we know this has to be white, which wasn't true at all. So I'm pretty sure it just ends up being that, like, this group is gonna be black, this group is black, and this group is black. Like, everything is black except for this group. But let's redo everything step by step, and we'll see, like, where you go from there, how you get to that part exactly. Like, I'm not sure when you can know that, other than, yeah, now I've, like, exhausted all possible configurations of these groups being black or white. So, I don't know, we'll see. But, yeah, now we have this group, and again, I'm confusing myself with, like, marking these and then thinking that doesn't mean that they're unmarked groups, but, you know, what else can you do? So yeah, we get these again, same as before, which means we get these again, same as before, which means this has to be black now. And that means it can't go up, so this has to be white, which means this has to go down. So we get these two marked, and at this point they can't be white anymore. So now they're confirmed a black group. So we get this tile marked as white, and it can't go to the left, so these are marked white. It has to go right, so it goes over here, and now this tile is white. It's the same thing we did last time. This tile is white in both cases. You know, we've done this part before. This tile is white, and this tile is white. But then this tile has to be black, and we get these two tiles together. And at this point, now we get this tile as white as well. And I mean, I guess we can already know that this tile has to be white, right? Because if it's black, it can't join up here. No, I guess not. It could just be like that, and then we just end up cutting these off or something. I mean, I guess we can't do that. You can probably know that already, but maybe there's no reason to do so quite yet. But then what do we do exactly at this point? Oh yeah, we know this tile has to be black at this point, because if it's white, then we add these two in, and then we would have to go like 2 steps off the map on this one. So that doesn't work. This has to be black. And yeah, this obviously can't be white. If it's white, then we get too many tiles to add to this one, so that is black as well, which means this now has to be a group in these 2 tiles. And now we know it has to be white, because if it's black, then it adds into this whole thing, which is guaranteed black, and that doesn't work. So we have to get these tiles white, which means we have to get these tiles for this group up here, which are going to be black. And we can add in this one or not, take it or leave it. This one is confirmed black because this one is confirmed white. And here we need 2 of each one. This one works the way it is now. Yeah, so it has to be this way, and we have to add in this one. So there we go. That's guaranteed so far. Now at this point, now since we have this tile marked, we know this tile can't be black because we can't move downward. I can unmark these now. So this has to be white. And that now we confirm that this group cannot be white. All of that time, now we know this is not a white group, because if it is a white group, that means we add in this tile, which means we would have to add this tile in as well as white. So now we know it's black, and well, what do we do with that? I guess that means this tile can't be marked if this one is also black. Or vice versa, it can't be unmarked. If this one is black, we add it in to the rest of this, so that tile becomes marked now. Which then in turn means this tile is marked white. And yeah, at this point, we now know these two have to be, I mean, not really at this point, I think earlier, we knew that this has to be a black group, because we can't add it into a white group now, since we have these two tiles. So that means we have to cut them off like so. Which means this is now a guaranteed black tile, being this tile, like, in the rotational symmetry. This tile cannot be white now, because if it is, then we would have to add these tiles in as black. So this one is confirmed black, which confirms this one is black. And we can still go onward, like this could go onward here, and then go up here. So that's fine. But this one we can't add into this group, but let's wait with that for now. And yeah, I guess we just have the entire group now. This is surrounded by black tiles, so nothing more can be added to this group. So we have to cut them off completely. And at that point... it's just this one left to, like, worry about. And we have to make this one white. Because if it's black, then it only has one, and there's no other way. Like, this now can't be white. It has to be black, which means this has to be black, which means this has to be black. And then we cut this off, because it can't go another tile up. There we go. Yeah, that was just, you know, stumbling on one step, and then retracing my steps, and then still taking the same misstep again. But man, that's a very good puzzle. I like this one a lot, even though I, like, got a bit frustrated at the end of the last one. This entire series, these 4 puzzles are all really good. The only one I feel a little bad about is this one, since I guess I didn't technically 100% logic this one out, just kind of winged it. Maybe I should go back and do that, but maybe we can do that as, like, a break if I die to these, like, tiny puzzles. Yeah, there we go. The, like, central puzzles in the caves. Oh boy, yeah, we still have these ones. I was really struggling with these ones. Yeah, I'm just really not sure how to think about these. I'm trying to think, like, is there even any way these two could be in a group while these two are in a group? Because how would that happen with rotational symmetry? That might not be possible. Because, like, if they're connected like this, then we can't do that on this one. And, like, that would just be this instead. Yeah, it kind of seems like these can't be pairs. Which might be the thing I was, like, falling for last time. That you, like, want to make these into a group? Unless we add in more tiles, I guess. Like, I guess we could do... not quite that. No? I mean, we could do like this, I guess. But no, we can't. Even then, that doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah, because they're, like, rotated differently, it seems like you can't have them be the same symmetry, because they'll always be the wrong corners of stuff. So I guess that means we have to have 4 separate areas, right? Like this kind of thing, and then that would turn into this kind of thing, but then that doesn't work for this one. Or it would turn into this. Which would then be this. And then finally, this one would have a black group like so. And there we go. Uh-huh. Okay, well, I mean, that again, I'm not sure how good to feel about just doing things, like, on a whim like that. Just, well, I guess that can't be right, but again, I suppose that's alright. That's still a solution. And this one... This obviously has to be... No, never mind. I was gonna say obviously has to be... No, yeah, it does obviously have to be black. Because if it's white, even though it's fine for the white group right now, it's not fine for the black group, and then the black group would have to go off the map in one way or another. So this has to be black. This one will have to either be paired here or here. And we can't pair this one up. This also has to be black. Because if this is white... No. Yeah, it could actually be like that. But not for this one. Yeah, if this is white, this doesn't have any way to be 3 in a row. So that has to be black. And now... Past that point, what do we do? Like, if we make this black, that would have the same shape, but then we have to, like, cut this off? Or continue it in here, which I guess you can do this way? But then that doesn't work. Since we would have to add in another tile here. Right? Like, at this point, this has to be black. And that already doesn't work for the rotational group of the whites. Now, at this point, it would need to go in here. So I guess all of that just means that this can't be black, right? Because, yeah, if it is black, either we add this in, which doesn't work, or we don't, which doesn't work. So yeah, I guess confirmed. It's white. Which then means this has to go here. And now we get... There we go. Ah. Yeah, that's the trick. That these are in the same group, just on different edges, and this one is in the middle, in a different group. Okay, alright, that's a good start. That's a good start. I was feeling pretty hopeless about these small ones. I'm still dreading the one up there, though. I might just have to, like, try and exhaust every possibility on that or something. Now, though, confirmed black, confirmed white. These have to be the same here. These have to be the same here, which means they can't be white, so these are confirmed black. But that doesn't necessarily mean these are confirmed white, right? Because we could have this kind of group and then go down here, which we're probably gonna do. We're probably gonna do that. Okay, we did it. Probably. These are guaranteed black. Which also means we need this one marked black as well, and this one marked white as well. We got 3 black ones, which means these are marked. And then we just add this in, and this in, this in, and this in. Cut these off. And there we go. Okay, that one was, like, very easy. That was very similar to one that was in the shortcut gate on the mill, or, like, the shortcut bridge. Honestly, the shortcut one felt harder than that. So wait. What do we have left now? This is done. It's just, yeah, guessed puzzles. It's just this one? Is it really just that one final puzzle? And then we're done with the cave. That one little devilish puzzle. Yeah, looks like it. But I think I'm only on, like, 425 or 20-something puzzles. So if there's, like, 20 more puzzles, yeah, there's a completely different thing. awaiting somewhere else. So now this one. What do we do about this one? Good lord, man. I just don't know how to think about this one. How do we add in 5 tiles to this one in black and 5 tiles to this one in white without messing anything else up? I just don't see anything we can, like, pinpoint in the same manner in this one. I mean, like, I guess if we go step by step, if we say that this one goes down, just to try what happens when it does, we know this one now has to be black. Wait, so it's better, I guess, in, like, Hexel's thinking to say, instead of thinking, what if this one goes down, we say, what if this one is black? If this tile is unmarked, that means we have to go down here, which means this has to be black. Because otherwise, if we say just, what happens if this goes down, this has to be black, but then we still don't know, because this could still be white, and we could still go downward. So, it's a better, like, way to pinpoint something, to say, start from this tile. If this is black, that means we have to go down here, this has to be black, we then have to go down here, which means this has to be black, which means this has to be black, which means this has to be white, which means this has to be white, which doesn't work. So this one cannot be black. We have to have this tile, and I assume the same is true for this one. If we assume this tile is white, we go up here, this is white, we go up here, this is white, we go here, this is white, and then we add in too many tiles here. Yeah, so that is finally a guaranteed step for this one. We know this tile is black and this tile is white. We got 2 tiles. Exciting. What do we do now? Now? Yeah, this is the problem. If they were just the same color, there would be no issue, but we can't do, like, something like this, because then we have to add in all of these, which then closes this one off. So that just doesn't work. And doing something like this also won't work, because then we have to cut one of these off. I guess one of the only things I haven't tried is, like, going up the middle here, or something. Like, since we know these are guaranteed, if we, like, go up the middle here and go down the middle here to, like, oh my god, it was so simple! Jesus Christ! Oh boy. Well, we got one step with pure logic. I guess I'll take that. Oh dear. Okay, well there you go. Caves completed. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I really like this area. This is, like, as good as Taiji gets, honestly. Like, most of these puzzles were really good. Even the ones that I struggled with were, like, not actually bad puzzles. It's just sometimes you get really stuck in things. But yeah, so now, it was kind of implied that I may need some, like, hints and guidance to find where to, like, go next. Because, yeah, I assumed that, like, completing the mountain, completing the cave would do something, like change something about the ending or whatever, but apparently that's not true. Just Not that anyone said that, but just, like, from the implication. But I guess we'll do the ending again, just to see if there's any change. Otherwise, we may have to have, like, an episode of me just kind of walking around. I think I want to do at least one of that, just exploring everywhere, because, yeah, like, my only idea would be that it would be an environmental puzzle, because I thought that was gonna be a thing from The Witness, and I was surprised that it never actually ended up being a thing, but maybe there still is something like that we just have to find. So, I guess I'll have one. We'll probably end it off here, even though it's like a pretty short one. I feel like that's a good place to end it. Having completed the caves, and then we're going into the final white achievement as our last thing, and the remaining like 20-ish puzzles or whatever. I'll take a look at how many I have. And yeah, if I don't find anything in the next episode, then I'll probably try and like look into a hint or something, just for the sake of time. And there we go. Did you not skip the credits? Oh, you couldn't. Well, I'll just leave it off here. I guess here's how many puzzles we have completed at this point. So next time, let's find whatever that white achievement has to do with, if I can. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you then. Bye-bye!